Hello everyone, I'm a broken robot. There's a popular saying that there's nothing more American than apple pie, but if you ask me, I'd say that soda would be a much more appropriate symbol of the American diet. Soda, much like many American beverages, is full of sugar, not very healthy, and some doctors and experts note that many chemicals in them potentially cause cancer and heart disease. Despite the average American consuming 38.8 gallons of soda a year, few know the interesting background of how the soft drink industry originally started as the health tonic industry, and how some of the first accounts of the medical industry tampering with government regulations originated in the 1830s and peaked in the 1880s, when soda permanently switched from being a medical supplement to being strictly a beverage to enjoy at leisure. This shift, caused by a multitude of factors, which has led some to say that the origins of Big Pharma in the United States is linked to the start of the soda industry, but let me explain. Soda water, or seltzer, has existed as far back as the 16th century, with small springs in Holland and northern Europe naturally producing small amounts of carbonated fresh water. Many thinkers at the time thought that carbonated water had healing properties. The discovery of artificially carbonated water is credited to Joseph Priestley, an English chemist who invented a method of infusing water with carbon dioxide, creating carbonated water in 1767. This allowed for seltzer water to become more widely available, and for the first time, commoners could taste the bitter-sour flavor of soda water. Even after the scientific revolution and research from early medical experts, despite there being no innate healing properties of seltzer water, many across Europe and North Africa still believed that it had healing properties. Finally, in the 1830s, bottled seltzer water made their way to the United States, and while the drink wasn't very popular for its taste, many American physicians and doctors would prescribe seltzer water as a medical supplement for headaches and sore throats. While carbonated beverages and health tonics had existed in the United States, they were mostly region-based and didn't have mass appeal. While seltzer water today is treated no different than regular water, back in the 1830s you needed a doctor's prescription or to be evaluated by a pharmacist before purchasing any soda water. Many Americans who went to the doctors with a sore throat or bad headache around this time period could count on being prescribed a trip to the local soda fountain to gargle some seltzer water. However, soda's dominance as a medical product would soon become irrelevant when in 1885 Charles Alderton, an American doctor, began to mass-produce a personal blend of sugarcane, berries, and a few other secret ingredients that laid the groundwork for what we now know today as Dr. Pepper. While the syrup mixed with soda water made a great beverage that both could cure a sore throat and put some pep in your step, at the same time, Charles, along with many other pharmacists across America with budding ideas for a soda flavor, were quick to produce homemade flavors to compete with local pharmacies that had the exact same idea. While soft drinks like Dr. Pepper, ginger ale, and birch beer, some of the earliest soda flavors were popular among pharmacists and drinkers alike, but one key issue was stopping modern soda from taking the country by storm. Despite soda brands like Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola being founded by actual doctors and pharmacists, and soft drinks like birch beer and ginger ale being sold freely across the country since 1804, homemade soda syrups quickly became unpopular with medical professionals, leading to a heavy decline in prescriptions for soda water. While many sources will make different claims as to why so many doctors across America were against the rise of flavored soda water, ThoughtCo.com states that a mix of health risks associated with the early blend of Coca-Cola and the fact that when syrup was added to a soda water, it became more unhealthy, outweighing any pseudo-medical healing done by the soda water in the first place, made it hard for any educated doctors to realistically write a prescription for a beverage that had no medical benefits. While some pharmacies began to sell sodas with or without a prescription, some state health and pharmacy regulations made this illegal since seltzer water was still classified as a medical supplement. This was prior to the FDA existing, and while some historians note that the embargo on non-prescribed soda drinking is often blown out of proportion by history sources, in the Deep South, especially Georgia, soda drinking was more popular than ever, but the governor at the time, William J. Northron, was key on not allowing soda to be sold as a beverage, but as simply a medicine. There are few records as to why Northron took a stance against soda, but some historians at the University of Atlanta suggest that Northron's disdain for the industry likely originated from his family members using the healing tonic in the past, only to learn that it served no purpose besides tasting good. Regardless of the outcry from pharmacists eager to make money off the popularity of the new drinks and the customers that wished to purchase them, it wouldn't be until 1892 that Northron ended his embargo on soda in his state, even inviting John Pemberton, the inventor of Coca-Cola, to set up his first manufacturing plant in Atlanta. The reasoning for this sudden change of heart to this day is unknown. But what is known is that Pemberton wagered his manufacturing facility and the jobs that it would create over Governor Northron's head, which led to the end of the strict prescription rules for seltzer water. This is the bizarre link between soda and Big Pharma that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. While John Pemberton didn't threaten to hurt the governor or attempt to pay him off like how Big Pharma functions today when they need to increase prices or get a new drug passed by the FDA, Pemberton used both his status and the weight of the pharmaceutical industry to directly influence health codes for an entire state. Some might call it a stretch to say that Big Soda walked so Big Pharma could dominate American healthcare, but this event laid the precedent that powerful individuals could influence lawmakers and policy on a corporate level. Following John Pemberton's manipulation of the governor of Georgia when it came to the medical status for soda, industries such as medical equipment, medicine manufacturers, and medical institutions would follow John's example and with much more ferocity towards the common man and lawmakers as the decades ran along. In late 1892, when soda's medical status was removed in Georgia and labeled as a soft drink, soda had risen in popularity all over the Deep South, while seltzer water and unflavored versions of soda rapidly fell in popularity and price due to many of the soda drinkers at the time just enjoying the soda and not actually the seltzer water. Bit by bit, soda fountains were removed from pharmacies, and by 1895 every state in the United States had adopted a similar attitude towards soda. While seltzer water would still be deemed a medical tonic until 1922, soda was labeled as a soft drink and would from then on be an over-the-counter product that can be found in almost any business across America that sells food products. While former Georgia Governor Northron's attitude and actions towards emerging big business weren't felt immediately, myself and others in the niche history community believe this to be one of the first examples of Big Pharma playing a hand in policy making and how products are labeled. While I doubt John Pemberton or any of the other soda companies at the time used this strategy did so with malice intentions, and instead saw it as a rightful order of things considering how popular soda is today, it can't be ignored that it also opened a Pandora's box in a sense. Lawmakers and policyholders from then on were not just expected to, but most Americans, especially today, assume that top government officials are getting kickbacks from Big Pharma or other major pharmaceutical lobbyist organizations in return for certain policy regulations or other taboo corruption that I don't really want to dive into for this video. But with that being said, that is the interesting story of how the origins of Big Pharma are indirectly linked to soda. I hope you all learned something new or at least enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. I'm really curious to know if you guys think I'm going a bit off the rails with this topic or if you guys agree that Big Soda walked so Big Pharma could run. But more than anything, I hope you've been entertained and I'm so glad to have each and every one of you here in my audience. If you liked the video, feel free to tap that like button. If you like this video, it not only lets me know that you guys want more content in this style, but you'd be helping me out personally in the YouTube algorithm, and people like you guys make this show possible. Feel free to subscribe, that way you won't miss my future video essays, commentary, and reviews on whatever topic of the week has piqued my interest. I hope you all have a great day, go drink some Mellow Yellow, everybody knows it's the best soda, and stay cool.